Frank Walker will go to Canberra tomorrow to discuss the crisis in our state's emergency aid funding. The state cut its aid to the poor by $6 million at the start of this month, handing the responsibility to the federal government. But so far, no Commonwealth funds have been allocated.
Since emergency aid was cut on the 1st of October, the number of people queuing for food at the Hare Krishna Food for Life Centre has almost doubled. Almost 200 a night are expected by the end of the month if there's no boost in emergency aid from the state or federal governments. Last Wednesday night, the centre ran out of food for the first time in its 5 years of operation. To help cope with demand, the Hare Krishnas tonight officially opened an extension of their dining area. Worldwide Director of Food for Life, Srila Vishnupad, says it's a disgrace that in a wealthy country like Australia, people are starving.
I mean, it's ridiculous that you have so much wheat. You're one of the major wheat-producing countries in the world. And just over some politics and bickering over a small amount of money between the state government and the federal government, and meanwhile the people are starving. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's a symptom of an uncaring government, and those kind of governments should be thrown out.
The cut in emergency aid also continues to stretch the resources of other voluntary agencies. The Smith Family, Careforce and Sydney City Mission today reported an 80% increase in demand for assistance. Carolyn Jack, Eyewitness News.
And with our live eye now at the new Food for Life restaurant in the city is Program Director Chata Hari. Chata, thanks for joining us. Has the number of people looking to you for survival increased since we spoke to you last week?
Well, I think it's pretty much the same now, but our problem is where to get increased facility. It's got so big that we've had to expand our operation here. And we've moved upstairs here for the people who usually want to find out more about our philosophy and Krishna consciousness. And so our expansion has to come somewhere outside of the building now. So what we require is another building from the government.
Well, let's get back to the cost. How much is it costing you a day to feed the people, and how long can you continue to feed so many?
At the moment, Katrina, is costing us about $3,500 a week. So for that, we're giving 1,500 or more meals. Now, we can increase maybe up to 200, or maybe we'll have to stop at that point. I'm not quite sure. But what we require is more facility.
So how do you feel about having to take over what is really a government responsibility?
Well, as Srila Vishnupad said, it really says a lot for a government who cannot feed the people. That's their basic prime duty, is to feed the people.
Okay, Chata, thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Chata Hari at the Food for Life restaurant in town.